Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us once again on the Discipline Therapy podcast on this Discipline Therapy Thursday with your with your two phenomenal hosts, Suhey Sotomayor, and with me always, Mr. EL Discipline. No water today?
Right here.
Oh, all right. Because you usually drinking the
Mhm.
water. Big shout out to our sponsor, Jam House Studio in Lindenhurst, Long Island. Also, a reminder for you guys. Well, first of all, thank you to everybody who has subscribed, liked, commented, and shared past episodes. Don't forget to continue doing that. Smash that like button, share it with everybody you know. If you love the topics, if you want to hear different topics, hit us up. Our business email is ssotomayor0307 at gmail. Um, and one last thing, if you can't make it in front of your computer or on your phone, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to come onto our YouTube channel. You can also listen to us anywhere and everywhere you get your podcast. We are on all major listening platforms. Too loud? My bad. I can't help myself. So hispana. No, that's how we do.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
now I'm gonna give it to you. I'm handing it away.
All right. All right. Discipline Therapy Thursdays, ladies and gentlemen. It is the season finale, season 5 finale.
Damn.
Um, you know how I'm gonna do my skit. This is your dose weekly of discipline therapy where everything is completely free. See, if you subscribe, there's no monthly fee. It's free. It's judgment free, sucker free, censor free, sensitive free, and plenty of liberty. God and the ancient ancestors are great, and that means everything else is straight. So go grab your wine, popcorn, or roll a blunt. But the main thing is make sure the children are in bed. Why? Because we have that soul food and vulgar conversations. Prepare your mind to be fed. Like one up, inhale life, and exhale strife. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are tuned in to the Discipline Therapy Podcast.
We're here. All right. So, like before, like prior shows, I'm going to clear the energy before I announce the topic.
Mm,
That was a nice one.
yeah.
All right.
When I put the noise gate on, you might hear it more.
More? Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right. So, like Mr. EL Discipline said, this is the season 5 finale, episode 59. Sugar daddies, sugar babies, financial domination, and new era prostitution.
hmm
You know, you have people super curious now. What is this new era prostitution that we're
It's
going to
like
be
modern.
talking about?
It's like modern day prostitution, and we're gonna get into it.
That's bullet number 4. So we have to go in order, people. We like to
hmm
go in order around here.
First, well, even though on the thing we have sugar daddies and sugar babies, we'll get into that.
Okay.
But I wanna talk about financial domination.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people, um,
Don't
it
know what that is.
they don't. Yeah, they have an idea, but they really don't know.
Yeah,
You
because
know,
I was one of those people. I don't know. I didn't know what it was until you explained it to me. I
Yeah,
was like,
and
oh, what?
here's the thing. I never like to give a Google or Safari definition because people have smartphones. They could do that shit by themselves.
Mm,
I like to give my interpretation of it. I like to give my examples. I like to give my personal definition
right.
of it. So we could Google blah blah is gonna tell you a generic shit. But my definition, because I mentioned this briefly in the BDSM 104, I think it
Mm-hmm.
was safe words
Mm-hmm.
that there are financial subs. So we're going to get into it. Now, financial domination can go both ways. Doesn't necessarily mean a man who's wealthy, woman. It could be a woman who's wealthy. It could be a woman who's not wealthy
Mm.
because she could utilize her looks for that,
For her gain.
for your gain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but most that we see is men dominating the women financially.
Financially.
Now
Yeah.
he's dominating her economic status. Some people could look at it as like economic abuse,
Mm.
financial abuse. He's dominating her status. We have a lot,
Yeah.
whether it's Middle Eastern countries or whatever that's going on, but it's normal for them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's get into it. Financial domination. Now, like I said, there's a general definition, but my definition of financial domination is when you utilize any type of capital, whether it's physical money, or let's say like a loan or something like that,
Okay.
putting somebody on on allowance. Um, so you utilize that to get whatever you want from the opposing person. So
Okay.
let's say, for example, remember, I mentioned this in the last couple of shows prior to this one. Richard Greer,
Richard
Pretty
Gere.
Women, Pretty Woman. So
Yeah,
that
that's
could,
actually a great example.
yeah, that's financial domination. Now, he was more of a nice guy
Mm-hmm.
for it. But most men who engage in this are like Carl mentioned in that show, I think it was 57. They're narcissists. They're egomaniacs. They want they want strings attached to the fullest extent, extreme.
Mm.
So, for example, in BDSM 104, I mentioned some rappers used to be like, "Oh, she fucked me right. She goes shopping." That is
Mm-hmm.
discreet financial domination.
Yeah.
So, financial domination could be going on with a husband and wife.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a man who makes all the money, takes care of all the bills, and he's like, I'm gonna pay all these bills. Whenever you need to go shopping, shoes, bags, whatever, you come to me and you can get these stuff, but you gotta suck my dick. You gotta be humiliated. You gotta give me sex on demand. You gotta
Just do whatever is his list of things or
yes,
whatever.
and there's no back talk about it. There's no, like, how in BDSM there's a vetting process, there's an
Mm-hmm.
agreement, a negotiation process. With these guys, there isn't. So if
Because they're not
he
part of that world,
let yeah,
probably.
so if he wanted you to fuck a goat, if he wanted you to um like rob a bank, if he wanted you to do things, and I'm just stating, hypotheticals, because some of these things for a lot of people are immoral. If he
Mm.
wanted you to do immoral things, you know what I'm saying? Things that go against your integrity, you know, for the capital, that's financial domination.
Gotcha.
So now let's look on the woman's side, because there's a woman out there who engages in BDSM who, is a mistress,
Mm-hmm.
and she has sissies, you know, who maybe clean the house.
Mm-hmm.
They pay her,
Yeah, to clean her house. Yeah.
yeah, or she gets paid by them to
Go
whip
shopping.
them,
Oh.
and stuff like that. Um,
It's funny that you mentioned that because there was a show on one of the networks, one of those Hulu or something like that, where it was a mistress and like it was a whole the show is about BDSM
mhm,
and like the different dynamics and all that. One of the mistresses there, one of her sissies,
mhm,
one of their thing was a financial domination. He would, because he's rich, he
mhm.
would give her her credit card and she would go shopping
Yeah,
for herself.
these are financial dominants.
Well,
In
right.
BDSM, they would be titled as financial dominance.
Mm.
He might be a skinny dude, and I don't want to put race, any
Mm-hmm.
race, black, white, Asian, whatever.
Right.
He might be a skinny dude, small dick, but he has a lot of money. And because of that money gets him whatever he wants that
Mm-hmm.
woman to do. That he's a financial dominant. You
Right.
see?
Right. Right. But the one I'm talking about was the opposite. They
Yeah.
had the money, but they're paying their mistress. They're buying her clothes, whatever, because that's part of
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very interesting. I was like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
So that's
probably in real world we have more of a financial domination in the way that you're mentioning it. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
agree with that.
So the next bullet is financial submissives, which is like self-explanatory because
Right.
we already do
Yeah.
it. She is pretty much and in BDSM 104 safe words, I mentioned it briefly, and I went through bullets. But just to recap for new subscribers or whatever, even old ones who forget about BDSM 104, right? They'll probably go back now. Financial submissives, they're only submissive to the money.
Mm.
So she could see a guy on Instagram flapping money. She's ready to, oh, daddy. Now call him
Mm.
daddy in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Stranger, you call him daddy.
Right.
That's part of that. She's ready to take her clothes off twerk, whatever he wants to do. She's submissive to the money. She's chasing wherever the money is at. You could call her like an opportunist. Now, I'm not trying to
knock them.
yeah, I'm not trying to knock them. I'm not trying to make them seem bad or anything like that. This is just the definition.
Right.
A financial submissive is strictly just like a financial dominant. He leads with his pockets, and that is his power. A financial submissive is the counterpart.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A guy might be paying her loft for her. Or he might be paying cars and shit like that. She don't have to do shit. Or maybe she just gotta suck his dick for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's not major.
Or cook something.
Yeah, it's
wash
not
his clothes,
major.
something. Right.
That's part of that. She's a financial submissive. She might look at someone like me and say, "Oh, he looks broke," so she won't submit.
Interesting.
She won't submit. You see what I'm saying? Or if let's say I start talking to her, and okay, I'm gonna give you an example because this happened to me once. Met this woman, we started talking, and she right off the bat was like, "I like to be spoiled." So I was like, "Okay," rolling my eyes, like whatever. So now she's like, I like men to spoil me. Like I like to see what that they could get me and this and that. And I was like, and now
like financially spoiled.
She wasn't specific.
She just said it. Gotcha.
I like this woman had Ferraris. She was like Boricua and Italian.
Okay.
She had Ferraris and stuff like that. She tell me bags. She tell me, oh, I like men to, take care of me. I like men to spoil me. So I'm over here like beautiful woman, nice body and everything. Body's probably done, right? Probably got a dude to give her money to do it. My thing is, I said to her, well, you met the wrong man because I'm not going to do any of that beta male shit. I said it just like that to her. I'm not going to do none of that beta male shit. And she was like, well, we're not going to have a good time. I said, well, let's not even waste our time. Click.
Good for you.
You see what I'm saying? So we was only talking for like one day. Now, this is a perfect example.
Yeah.
This woman is a financial sub. She hangs out with whoever the best ball players, actors, rappers are at, and she's fucking with them. She's a financial sub. That means she might take her panties off to them. She might give them conversation. She might, because she wasn't trying to give me time. The moment I was like, I ain't gonna do it, what happened?
Right.
She was just like, well,
we're not gonna have a good time, right?
She might give them conversation. All of that because of what they're willing to provide. And it mostly is capital.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because that's really all they got.
Yeah.
All right. So sugar babies and sugar daddies.
Okay, so you could tell them what the definition of that is.
I mean, I think a sugar daddy is an older man who's wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Who
do you think it is? Sorry, do you think it is age based? Or can it be like a 32-year-old man, 27-year-old man that does that?
From my perspective, how I always assumed it to be, it is age based, and it's an older man with a younger woman, which would be a sugar baby, right?
I think that's what the definition of like.
Yeah, that's what I.
You go to like Google or something.
I don't have my phone on me, but that's what I think, and I think sugar babies is the recipient of that, right? Yeah.
That's why a lot of older women, a lot of younger women gravitate towards older men because they look at stability, they look at maturity and stuff like that.
But that's like a significant.
Oh yeah, it could be a 70-year-old man taking care of a 30-year-old. It could be a 53-year-old man taking care of a 27-year-old woman.
I was gonna say 23. Mm-hmm.
Or younger.
You never know. Yeah. You would never know. Now let me ask you: all these that we just went over, financial domination, financial submissive, sugar daddy, sugar babies.
Have I ever?
No.
No, never.
I would have, please. If I don't know you by now, I would never.
I've had women like buy me shit. Jordan.
Are you a sugar baby?
And stuff like that. But okay, when I think I was 19, I met this woman she was divorced. She bought me a pair of Jordans. And at first, I thought, because we were fucking with each other like hard body. It was a woman I was constantly going out on dates with, seeing her on a weekly basis. I thought she was just doing it at the kindness of her heart, but she was doing it to get more dick, more time, and all that.
She had ulterior motives.
Yeah. So I got the stuff. I was like, oh, okay, she's being really nice. She's
Sugar mama.
so now the second time she tried to buy me like a chain and was like, after she bought me the chain, she was like, oh, so you gonna come over after work and stuff? And I was like, no, I'm tired. And now she started like acting up and this and oh, so now I started like avoiding her calls and stuff to the point where I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore
Right.
because I'm a go getter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, and also I saw that it wasn't heartfelt. I saw that you wasn't just buying me shit because it was a kindness of your heart. You wanted shit,
Right.
but I was still young.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So nowadays, if I meet a woman
Wait,
who's
whoa, whoa.
offering,
Don't jump up to nowadays. You need to tell me what happened with the sugar mama. Did
oh,
she
I
ask for
stopped.
the stuff back?
No,
Uh,
no,
did you ever give it back?
hell no.
You're like, I like that chain.
But nowadays, because we had that, remember with Nubia,
Yes.
the
Puerto Rican.
friends
Colombia.
can be
Yes.
can be friends. Now, currently 30, 35, like if a woman gave me something, like I'm not saging that. I'm giving it back. That's energy.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Back then I was different. So if
Gotcha.
she gave me something and we're now um it ended badly, you know what I'm saying? Or she was toxic or whatever it is, the way it ended.
Now you're giving it back.
Yeah. Because like her energy is with that. Now it's in my home. I believe in all that stuff.
I do too, but there's ways to get it. Anyway, go ahead. That's for a different topic. Keep
Yeah.
going.
So yeah, that happened with that situation. Now, have I ever financially dominated women? No.
No, my original question was, do you think any of those are a new era prostitution?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got women right now in a city near you who's in denial.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give you an example, and I'm not gonna mention anybody, but I pay attention to shit. Just because I'm quiet, don't mean I'm not paying attention. I use this platform and the mic now to do my war mode.
Okay.
I keep quiet for shit. I don't comment on their posts, none of that shit. I wait till our show.
Okay.
I've seen women post, if you're not fucking me, feeding me, paying my bills, financially supporting me, or whatever, don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
She's a closet prostitute. So on the reverse, think about it. Think about that. Because a lot of people don't think about shit before they post or when they say it. Think about it. It's subconscious for her. Maybe she don't open her legs to just anybody with bread. But what she's putting out there is portraying that you are a new age prostitute. Because you're saying if that guy's not financing you, doing that, fucking you, all that, that means you are submissive to all these things. That if you meet a man and he's like, I'm willing to pay your bills, and y'all could have just been talking for like a month and y'all start dating and already having sex. A month is not long enough to know somebody.
No, I agree.
I think psychology says like 3 months.
Yeah. Well, I think it says after 3 months, if you still love somebody, it's real love.
Yeah. So now they could be together for a month, right? Now all of a sudden he's like, oh, I want to move in. Maybe not even move in, not the extreme. He just says, I want to take care of all your bills and stuff and do that. Now she starts treating him different. Now
Treating him
she
better?
starts, yeah, it might be she got time now. Before, oh, I'm busy, kids, work. I don't know when we're gonna see each other for another date or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or sex. Now that he's doing these things, she got more time than a lifeguard in the winter season.
I love
You,
your little comparisons.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
now she, in a way, is a new age prostitute, and she don't even realize it. She might just be a closet one.
I could totally see that. I
There,
feel like financial domination. The way you described it, it sounds like to me like that just goes on. That's always going on. That's like a husband and wife type of thing. You know what I mean? Like
Middle
if
Eastern countries.
yeah, like 'cause a lot of men get paid more than their wives,
Mhm.
right? And so if they're paying all the bills and he's expecting a hot, the house to be clean, the kids to be washed and in bed, and the food to be warm on the table, it's fine because he's paying all the bills. That's the same thing as financial domination, right? I mean, I guess with a married couple, it's kind of like what she can put into. So, but in a way,
Not with the Yeah, it could be, but not with the general definition. Like it could be a
Right. Not with
personal.
a general that
Yeah,
correct.
the
Yes.
the general definition, no. It's
Right.
it's more doing things of extreme,
Mhm.
whether it's sexual humiliation and stuff.
Right.
That stuff, in my opinion, is not financial domination.
When they're married?
It could be you thinking that it could be, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but in my perspective, it's not. That
Gotcha.
needs to get done. So guess what? Because this is me. This is me, right? I'm the type of guy. If I'm wealthy, I'm paying all the bills. You don't need to work.
Mm.
Let's say she wants to work. Okay. But I would rather give you $60,000, start your own business, take care of the kids, stay at home. But
Right.
let's say she just completely just no, this is my identity and stuff. I'm gonna say, well, you have one or two choices. You can either do the cleaning or I'm hiring a hot maid. It's gonna make you even feel more insecure or not. So what you gonna do? You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
So me, this has to get done. The
Right.
house needs to get cleaned.
Clean and
So
stuff.
to me, it's like that's not financial domination, because to me, the maid that's there is not gonna be my sub. It's just business.
That's true.
I'm not gonna feel comfortable because of how I am having a maid there. I'd rather have my wife or whatever significant other sub do it, because I don't fucking trust people.
Right.
Fucking in the mansion, you got a fucking stranger. You sat down with them and did an interview. Everything was great on paper. Even they got probably the gift of gab, but they probably stealing when you're not around. So now you need cameras in the house.
Yeah.
And even with cameras, they could be doing shit. You don't know.
Mhm.
Sneaking some shit. How can you trust them 100%? And with your kids.
I agree 100%.
So I'd rather have the significant other or the poly relationship where I could have two and then one works and then, you see what I'm saying?
That would make sense. I mean, for you.
It's that level of trust.
Mhm.
But there's not financial domination there because it's a stranger. I'm not getting her to do strange for a piece of change. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying that's not financial domination because it needs to get done.
Got you.
That's like the agreement of gender roles before we get married or whatever. And she's cool with that. That's why I feel it's not financial domination. It's just the gender roles thing. Like, yo, I'm doing my job as a man.
Now you do it as a woman.
This shit is
right.
broken. You know I'm gonna fix it. We don't need to call somebody. I'm gonna fix it. I'm a handyman. You know, these are things I'm providing. I'm providing protection. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
What are you doing as a woman?
Right.
It's an even swap. So to me, it's not financial domination. But you're not wrong. But my definition of it is more extreme. It's doing humiliation things. It's doing sexual things, things that is immorally wrong. Financial domination. Now, let's say, for example, there's guys out there on social media who are saying, "Oh, take her on a first date, cash app her first." And there's women going crazy that are in the comments and stuff. They are prostitutes in the closet.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I've also seen one for sugar daddies and sugar babies.
Yeah.
I saw a meme. It's an old guy, and he's like, "Okay, well, I'm not really a sugar daddy. I'm just a greeter at like Home Depot." But
you know me. You know me. I'm one of the most decent, genuine men you know in your life. And even I'm gonna tell you, shit gonna come with stipulations. Look as a man, and I'm getting to why this is. Look as a man who's saying that to you. He just met you. You guys started talking a couple of days, and he's talking about paying your bills. Why isn't that not fishy?
Yeah, that's weird.
He's not gonna want anything. He's just doing it because he thinks every woman is a queen.
Right. The kindness out of his own heart.
No,
Exactly.
that is fishy because every real man is gonna want something. Now, I'm that guy. If I've already said it, if I'm paying all these bills and stuff like that, she gotta be traditional. She gotta be submissive. She gotta be taking care of the kids. It's an even swap. I'm not just gonna do it because I'm this nice guy. No. Those don't exist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if they do, they're patient wolves. So that's why I'm saying this stuff is foolery. And these women that are falling into it and stuff in the comments or whatever, they're in the closet.
Or at least they don't see anything wrong with it, which is questionable on what they think.
Why are they not questioning it?
Yeah, exactly.
Because every real man wants something. If I pay on the first date and we vibing, third date I'm smashing. May not be the second date because I'm still studying you. Right. But I know eventually I'm smashing because I'm getting for what my money is paying for. And my money and my time.
Some guys think about it on the first date. If I'm paying, you're doing something.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that's wrong. All I'm trying to prove All I'm trying to prove is a man wants something for his resources, money,
And
time,
time.
and
Yep.
stuff. So men that are just like, oh yeah, cash apper, oh yeah, pay all her bills, oh yeah, this is what a man's supposed to do. But what is he not saying?
Yeah, what he's gonna
In
ask for
is
it.
he getting in return? Is
Exactly.
he gonna be controlling? Is he gonna
Mm-hmm.
beat your ass? Is he
Mm-hmm.
gonna check your phone every night? Is he gonna be? What is the
Something. Right. What are you
stipulation?
paying for that? Exactly.
Exactly. This is financial domination
Right.
because they're not telling you like the real, like what's behind door number three.
Right.
You're giving me this gold, but what is behind the door?
Exactly. Like I've had guys hit me up on DM, and I think I told you a couple of times, I'm like, is this shit for real?
Yeah,
Like they'll be like, hey, you want a sugar daddy? And I'm like, are you is this for real? Like what do you I don't understand. Like how
yo,
do you just go
they're
up to people and DM them? That's shit.
they're out here.
That's
They're out
crazy
here.
talk.
I was talking to this lady the other day, and she said that they're out in Australia, London. They've contacted her just like they contacted you.
So
Do you want to be a
crazy.
sugar baby? Hey, send me a titty. I'll send you cash app for 7K.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Like that is financial domination.
Yeah. I feel like that's also like, especially for like young girls, this day and age, pandemic, work is, is you have work, you don't have work. You have
Hmm.
work, you don't have work. It sounds, somebody's telling you, hey, show me a dick pic and I'll give you, seven G's.
Hmm.
I think a lot of young people, they don't think through. Like they don't think, oh,
Mm,
it's just a picture. Who cares? Right.
mm,
It's just a picture this time for the 7Gs. What about, and maybe it's the next time too. Let me see
mm,
your ass in a picture.
mm,
Okay. What about the third and fourth time? Then it's gonna be something more serious.
mm.
And then what? Now he's like, if you don't have it, I want all my money back now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Now what are you gonna do?
yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's just so it's such a like almost like an answered prayer. You have all these bills. They don't
You,
think that far
you
ahead.
know why? Sorry.
Mm,
You know why I say what I say is because I believe, and this is solely my opinion. I believe when men have to earn women, I feel like women have to earn men just as equally.
okay.
It may not
What does
be
that mean though? Explain that.
okay. So a woman has to earn a man's money. A woman has to earn a man's resources. A woman has to earn a man's time. A woman has to earn a man's good sex, good dick. A woman has to earn a man's dominance. Just like a man has to earn a woman's submission.
Mm,
Most of these men out here, they're beta males. They're not making women do shit to earn shit.
that's true.
You see what I'm saying? Whereas, like, real dominant men or live the lifestyle of BDSM or whatever, or even myself, like, I'm gonna make you earn shit to not just appreciate shit, but um this is a relationship.
Mm,
You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying if I'm willing to offer you this money, what are you willing to offer me? It's not just
mm,
because I'm gonna be thinking every woman is a queen and I'm really into you and I'm doing this. No, that's fairy tale. You would call that guy a nice guy. The irony is you wouldn't even be attracted to him. You
mm.
got a side nigga that's blowing your back out,
Yeah.
but taking the money. Like you see what I'm saying? So to me, it's like when I think like this, I think of women should earn men. And I'm trying to bring that connotation back.
Mm.
You know what I'm
To
saying?
the
Women need
forefront.
to
Yeah.
earn men as well. We gotta build our value. Women are born with value, but we gotta build our value. You're not gonna be attracted to us unless we show you we worth something,
Mm,
status or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But once we get with each other, yeah, I gotta earn your submission, but you gotta earn my dominance just as much.
mm.
But a lot of men don't think like that.
I don't think they understand it. That's why they're probably also not. You know how think everything is learned behavior, and you have to uh, unlearn it and teach yourself better and new and different.
Well, this is going into this next bullet.
Men who
Uh,
lead with pockets and
yeah,
why?
a lot of men don't know how to attract women.
That's true.
They don't know. So, men who lead with their pockets, and why? Why do you think so? Why do you think these particular men lead with their pockets? Because I saw something months ago about maybe it was men or a man. They was on a show and they were like, a man
Mhm.
You know, I don't like that they generalize these things that a man should do. This is a real man or whatever. He said, a man, a real man, I think it was a plethora of men, not just one person. A real man leads with his pockets.
That's awful. That is the worst thing that you can teach a young man.
So, what do you think men who lead with their pockets are and why? Why do they do it?
I think okay, so men who automatically boast about how much money they have, what kind of car they're driving, or how much money they make, and lead with their pockets, how you say that they don't got game. I'm not even looking at the bullets.
Mm,
This is just me. They don't got game. They lack, self confidence,
mm,
because if not, they wouldn't be trying to impress you with the things that they can buy you.
mm,
That's because they have nothing else to offer.
mm.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Older. I don't know if they're necessarily
I
older
think
men, but
I think going to the extreme, there could be obese,
could be.
could be an older man, like we were saying,
Yeah.
50 something, 60 something, 70 something, you know what I'm saying, who's just decreasing. Like, he's not fit, he's
Mm-hmm.
not handsome,
Mm-hmm.
um, no other talents, like you were saying. Biggest thing, biggest thing, no sexual access to women. Now that is the biggest thing,
I
because
agree.
when men out there share their resources or money with women, they want an outcome. And most
Yes.
of the time, it has to do with sex, it has to do with
Mm-hmm.
time, it has to do with conversation, it has to do with that relationship, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So most of these men who do this and lead with their pockets, they never had women in their life.
Yeah.
They could never, they don't know how to get women.
Like they just been with prostitutes, like
It's
real
yes,
prostitutes.
it's not just that they don't have talent. They're just bad when it comes to sexual talents. Women. These guys are probably getting used all their life.
Mm-hmm. Uncomfortable with themselves.
Yeah.
Awful.
So to me, it's like this is what I'm going to try to teach the men, to not lead with their pockets. Why? Because every single time you approach that women or women, everything is transactional.
Yep. And then
Transactional
the women are
sex.
they're gonna expect that. Where's the
Yeah.
money? Where's the money?
Transactional sex, attention, time, conversation, service.
Yeah.
Now, I always say that women are born to serve. I've had the baddest chicks who make 8 figures, whatever, 90. I don't even want to talk about it, who have done things for me submissively, and I didn't have to put a dime.
Mm,
Now, I'm not bragging. I'm just trying to prove a point
yeah,
that women don't care about money as much as men do.
that's true.
They look at money as a means to an end. They look
Like a
at
bonus.
Yeah, they
Oh,
look
here's
at
money.
money as like a bonus, a means to an end. They look at money as, oh, stability. Wow, he has a lot of money. Maybe he's a guy I can marry one day. The love don't need to be there, but I will be taken care of, and my kids will. My kids will be sent to college, whatever. You see, most women who think like this, I'm not gonna label them, but I'm gonna tell you, most women who think like this probably don't have education. They they don't have ambition for themselves.
Mm.
Most women that think like this probably came from a broken home with one single parent, where the mother's like
Or maybe
just
just
beating them
one
in the
working parent and one,
yeah,
yeah.
where the mother's just beating them in the head with generational education.
Right. You have
That
to
is
marry
now
some man with money.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want you to be like end up like me or whatever.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or the reverse. Never let a man tell you what to do, make your
Control
own
you.
money,
Yeah.
control you, and stuff like that. So to me, women providing service is free for them. In return, they get the dominance, they get all these aspects of a man, right? But as a woman that is providing service, you got to understand that women love to feel needed. Women love to give. It don't matter what type of woman she
Mm-hmm.
is. When a woman out there sees that you approach her with what you do for a living, your status, your financial status, and all that stuff, she's already starting to lose interest.
Mm.
The money, the only way she'd be interested is if she feels like she can get things from it. Damn, I need a new bag. Damn, I need a new car.
Mm.
Damn, you see what I'm saying?
They know who to hit up.
They call something for those women out there. I'm not gonna say anything, but they label them as something.
Gold diggers?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
It's just
They label them.
I need to make sure I know my word, my
You know what
verbiage.
I'm saying? But these women could be in circumstances with themselves why it is. They will never care about that guy because they're seeing that it's the
Mm,
means to the end. You see what I'm
got
saying?
you.
I'm broke. I woke up in the projects, whatever it is, and this could be Asians, black, whites, whatever. It's not specific race. Hispanics, and because I woke up in this demographics, I meet a man with money. This is what I want, and I
Mm,
utilize that to do whatever I gotta
right,
do.
to get what
You
you
see what I'm
want.
saying? They're never gonna love that guy.
Right. They're only gonna love what they can get provided for.
Yeah. So when men are approaching women with money and stuff like that, it is slowly making them disconnect. It is slowly, especially if it's a stranger
Mm,
walking up to her in the club. Hey, you know, you want to come sit in my car? It's worth $250,000. Come look at it and stuff like that.
I can't believe that that actually
I'm
works.
just throwing hypotheticals.
Mm,
Women who are opportunists will, but
mm-hmm.
women who make their own money, who are established bosses and shit like that, they got a reputation to think about.
Mm.
Damn, what if I'm seen? What if, you see what I'm saying? What if
Well,
he
I
wants to take me in his car and rape me? These are more analytic women,
yeah.
whereas the other women are seeing more money, cars, and stuff like that. Those things are nice. You can have those things. I'm not telling men to not have those things. But when you lead with those things, women look at you as
A
this
different
motherfucker,
way.
this
Yeah.
motherfucker don't got other shit. Can he even fuck me? Can he even talk to me? Can he stimulate my mind? Can he teach me? Can he educate me? Can he fix things if we were living together? Can he protect me if a burglar came in here? What is the other part? Women automatically get turned off because they're like, if all he's talking about what he's done and money, he probably got a little dick.
That's true.
So
That's true. We do say
he's
that.
probably not even smart. He probably has no other talent, or he cannot bring anything else to the table.
Or he's just a narcissist that is just thinks that he can get whatever he wants with his money because that's how it's always been.
Yeah, and they might think more in depth like that, and that's why they won't fall for it because
Mm-hmm.
they will say, "Yeah, he's offering this stuff. No man is a nice guy in this world. He's offering this stuff. What does he plan on doing when he gets me? Lock me in a cage all day
Mm-hmm.
and feed me through it? Is he gonna abuse me if he's mad? You see what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Have you ever seen the movie Tyler Perry Confessions? Is it Confessions?
Yes, the one
Tempted?
with the I think it was Confessions, the one with Taraji P Henson, right?
No, I don't know if it was Confessions. Let me Google it.
All right.
It was it was let me see.
Well, while you look that up, um, going back to the men that lead with their money and all that stuff. After a while, I get you kind of like it's like a customer service type of thing. Well, not customer service, but you're treated like a customer and every. What was
Sorry.
it? Was it Confessions?
It's Confessions of a Marriage Counselor. It was in 2013.
No,
Huh?
I never watched it.
Oh, okay. So pretty much,
Huh?
let me just brief. You know what I'm saying? Spoiler alert. Let me just brief. So who's the actress?
You
Let me
said
let me
spoiler.
click on it. She light skin.
Let me see.
You know who this actress is?
Yeah, that's Journey Smollett.
Okay. Yeah. Just people just Google Confessions of a marriage counselor.
Journey Smollett. Her
Okay.
brother was in
So
Empire. The
okay.
gay actor.
So she was married to this upstanding guy, good citizen. I think he was like a pharmacist, glasses, kind of like a beta male,
Okay.
right? Did everything good for her, took care of shit. She worked her ass off. I think she was going to school or whatever it is. I don't remember it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Completely.
Yeah. So now she met this guy, he's a seducer. So now he starts making her like know things about herself, her body tingling and stuff like that. He's telling her, "Oh, this is the stuff I could do to you that he can't do." He's seducing her.
Mm-hmm.
Her women parts. He's also a billionaire.
No,
This is
damn.
black. Is Tyler Perry? He makes his black films. So now he ends up getting her to step out constantly. So she would tell the guy, "Oh, I'm working late today,"
Or without her husband's
without her
knowledge.
husband's knowledge, to a point where I think he ended up finding out about it. He took her in, the seducer took her in, and he was just a psychopath. The moment he didn't want her to do something, it was just, I don't remember what she did or something. She just, "Oh, I'm not gonna wear that shit," or whatever. He was like, "Oh, get back here." She said, "You know what? You're the way you are because you grew up without your mom and she was a crack baby with her." Now
Ah.
I'm just paraphrasing. It's
Oh.
not verbatim. So he was like, "What did you say?" Pulled her, smacked her,
Oh,
started beating her.
Jesus.
Now, I don't want to give the ending away for people that they gotta tune in.
I
I don't
know.
want to
I
give the
want to
ending,
go.
but it's a karma thing for the woman. That's why she's
Oh.
telling the story. So that's what I'm gonna
Ah.
say. But this can happen.
Mm.
You see, women have to be more conscious. Women have
Yeah.
to be more protect themselves. Men who really have money don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Men who like have other talent, who always had women, don't have to talk about my
They don't have to
status,
prove it.
and all this stuff that got women. This is how you get women, by leading with your pockets. Because this is not how you get women.
Mm.
Like I told you, women look at money as an object, as a means to an end. They
Mm.
don't care about it. They
Mm.
look at it as a means to an end. So there's very few female entrepreneurs in this world who will take that money and flip it and flip it and flip it.
Mm.
All those bills are paid, nice shoes. Means to an end, stability. You see what I'm saying? So for a lot of men, men care more about money because most men use money to attract women and
Mm.
impress them and shit like that. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
This is one of the reasons why women don't like money. Women don't care about money, especially if they're making it. Now, let's say she's not making six figures, but she makes 70,000 a year, 80,000 a year, which is really good.
Mm.
90,000 a year. A new RN.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not like a ICU or whatever, right?
Why? Them bitches get paid mad money.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Oh,
just
not
a,
like that.
you know,
Gotcha.
yeah. So the high five figures woman,
Mm-hmm.
she meets a man who makes seven figures, who's walking up to her like, "Hey, baby, you want to take a ride in my car and you want to do this? I'll buy you houses. I'll do this. I'll take care of you. Let me cash app you right now before we go on a first date."
Mm.
She's gonna look at you as a bozo.
Yeah.
She's gonna look at you as like, you don't have any other talent. Now, she may not verbalize this because most women don't, but she's gonna slowly disconnect from you. No, I'm good. In her mind, fucking
Mm.
creep, get the fuck away
Mm-hmm.
from me. But she might not say that because she don't know about the backlash.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? As a
Yeah.
woman,
No,
it's
that makes
scary.
sense. Yeah. 100%.
So she, in her mind, will be like, "Bozo, creep, get the fuck away from me." But she will verbalize, "No, I'm not
No
interested. Have
thanks.
a good night, though."
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? She will never talk to you again. If she's following you on social media, she'll unfollow you.
Unfollow, block,
Yeah.
all that
A
stuff.
lot of these men who say these stuff for men to do and stuff, they don't even believe it themselves. I promise you.
Mm.
They're clout chasing. You know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're clout chasing.
Yeah.
They're doing
They just
whatever
want to
they
be
gotta do
relevant.
to get their likes up, to get their followers up, and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably scammers in real life. That's why they got to give the money. Because a man that's working hard for his bread is gonna appreciate that. I ain't just flying bitches
They're
out.
not. Yeah. They're not just giving away their
I'm just
money.
giving my money away like I'm fucking Oprah. Everybody gets a car. Everybody gets a car. No.
No, definitely not.
You see what I'm saying? No man is that nice
Uh,
unless you're getting something in return.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen the movie Indecent Proposal with Demi Moore?
No.
Okay, that one is about and I think that one is
I gotta look that up.
with Robert Redford. Yeah, it is. Robert Redford plays a billionaire, and
Mm-hmm.
Demi Moore is married to he's from White Man Can't Jump, I think. The white guy,
Oh,
obviously.
Willie
Eh, Harrison, something
yeah.
Harrison. Well, him. Um, they are struggling. She's, I think, a waitress or something like that. She serves Robert Redford, and he offers her an insane amount of money for
Mm-hmm.
one night with her. She goes home and she discusses it with her Woody Harrelson. That's it.
Yeah,
With
Woody.
with the
Yeah.
with the husband, and they're like, I don't remember it altogether. This is from 1993. This movie. This is even
Oh, okay.
older. All I
I'm
know,
gonna
and I am going
Google.
to give a spoiler
I'm
alert
gonna
for
Google.
those. He tells her, do it. We'll keep the money. I think he was going to give her $1,000,000 or something like that. She winds up doing it, and they get a divorce because the husband couldn't take it.
Well, okay.
Spoiler.
Yes. Let me give you an example of something. We've seen, whether it was social media, news, whatever, we've seen publicly there were, whether it's celebrities,
Females.
prime figures, they were together 17 years, 15 years, 10 years, 20 years, divorce. And I guarantee you, all these women initiated the divorce. Why? These men are making money. Why? You know why? Because money is nothing to women, especially if they got it. They see it as stability. You taking care of me. Now, if you're not providing the stuff that a woman really cares about, because they're women at the end of the day and they lead with emotions, if you're not providing mental stimulation, flirting with her during the day, hey, I'm ready to put this big dick in your mouth later, building that sexual frustration, being more dominant, hey, this is where we're gonna go eat, making decisions. She is going through a hard time right now. She's going crazy, and you're level-headed. Baby, relax. We got this. Let's look at the silver lining. Oh, I never looked at it like that. You calm her down. You're that rock to her. If you're not providing these things, protection, great sex. If you're not providing these things that a woman really cares about, then you are like these celebrities where she's like, 17 years, all you do is paying the bills. You're not giving me what I really want, attention, affection, stuff like that. I'm out. Or I'm cheating. I might still stay with you because I don't have my own bag, but I'm cheating. You see?
Yeah.
This is the alternative. This is the real for women.
Unfortunately, yeah.
A woman can be with a wealthy man. He pays all the bills, but he doesn't provide anything else but financially supporting her. She's going to cheat.
I agree.
She's going to cheat. Maybe not physically, because she has her own morals. So she doesn't believe in multiple partners, just one. But she will DM a guy on Instagram
She'll talk with them maybe,
or Twitter or something.
Yeah.
You say build an emotional connection, because that's what she's not getting at home. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She might pleasure herself, self pleasure. You know what I'm saying? So she might be good on that. But let me get the emotional from him. It might even be someone like me. Let me get in his DM and see. I read his posts and stuff. He looks like a seducer, and oh my God, I read his erotic posts. Let me get in his DM. And now she's trying to talk to me to see if she could get that emotional, mental connection with me and relationship. So in a way,
she could be fulfilled
to
in some
her,
way.
to her, she doesn't have two men. She has a complete relationship. Because I always believe that women want the total package, even though they won't admit it. But,
of course, why wouldn't they want the total package?
But if they're at that level of, okay, the younger girls, they're not more established and working and have their own thing. They're thinking more, if I gotta suffer for something, I'd rather suffer for the non-attention and affection and sex. Let me get the money because I'm looking at stability. But when you have an older woman who has her own career, maybe she's a CEO, she got her own money, she's not gonna care about the money. She's gonna say, what else do you bring to the table? Is dick coming with it? And do you eat pussy? Are you loyal? Do you have respect for yourself?
Can you hold a
dominant?
conversation? Yeah.
Are you dominant? Can you mentally stimulate me? Are you a decision maker? Are you assertive when you need to be? Are you confident? Can you give me confidence?
Yeah. Can you calm me down when I'm going crazy?
She's gonna look at those things because she has her own bread. She's already established.
We're actually up to the final thoughts.
Yeah. So what are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts on this topic, which is sugar daddies, sugar babies, financial domination, and new era prostitution. Like I said before, I think a lot of people don't think it through. What financial domination really is, or what a financial submissive really is. I think that they kind of see an easy way out and don't really think of the consequences that goes with it, because like you had stated, you got some real sick people that have money that do some real sick type shit that now are willing to give you that money, but now you have to do something that is not. It's almost like selling your soul. So
Absolutely.
they like just for especially the younger generation, and that includes younger men and younger females. You guys got to really be more aware of your surroundings, of what the world is, and of what people in this world nowadays what they're capable of doing, and be careful with that.
Most men know that or think money is power. So when they get to that level of success in their life, they're making that bread 8-9 figures, billionaires and whatnot. They're already it's socially conditioned to them that money is power. Money's gonna get me whatever I want. That woman who's giving me headache and whatever. The woman over here, I put 7K on the table. She's ready to drop them. You see how money has more like influence in their mind.
Yep.
She's keep letting me. She's holding out for 3 weeks to give me sex because she's talked about her traumatic experiences and with exes and stuff. I'm fucking on the first date with that woman. Now, this is true. This is going to happen. But I'm going to keep it real. These are two different type of women. The woman that is, giving you all that stuff on the first date, whatever it is, because of that, those are not quality women. Those are not valuable women.
Who's giving you what, sex on the first date?
Because of what you're willing to provide. Throw a stack down.
Right.
The woman that's being combative is whatever, boom. She's being submissive. I throw a stack down. She don't talk back. She dropped those panties. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She see the stack there. You see,
Right.
walks into the room. She's the stack on the table. Drop it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Those are not quality women.
No. I guess, you never know what situation or circumstances people are in also, I guess.
No, those are not quality women. You
Gotcha.
know why I say they're not quality women? Because like a quality woman, a woman who has value, has morals and integrity. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to walk into a boardroom full of executives and they say, I'm going to give you this book deal. Here's $40 million on the table. You got to take your pants down. You see?
Yeah, we had
because I have integrity.
Yeah.
I'm heterosexual. I don't go the other way. And not only that, I'm not doing that. Even if a woman said to me, even if a female executive said, I'm going to fund your business, your books, give you a book deal. I got $10 million on the table for you. Have one night with me and sex. I'm not doing that either.
Right, because you have your morals.
Not only that, you don't know what can happen. She can probably be setting you up.
Yeah.
Now she talks about you because women talk. Friends, whatever it is, it might not be remain confidential, even though she says it's going to be.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Now she wants to experience you, but at the same time, oh, whatever. So you feel a type of way. I feel cheap. I feel like a stripper. I feel like all these things. So a woman that's doing that doesn't have morals. She doesn't have integrity. So if she doesn't have these things, she's low value. She's not valuable. You see what I'm saying? This is just solely my opinion. Do whatever you want to do. But to me, these women are not valuable.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And these men don't respect them. And these women don't respect themselves to be able to do this.
That's true.
Now, I'm going to say this before I say my final thoughts. If you're a cornball or a bozo and you get money, most of the time you are a bigger cornball and a bigger bozo. You can't uncorn yourself and you can't not be a bozo anymore. And
you said that before, uncorn.
Yeah. And that's what happens. This is the problem. I always feel like real G's move in silence. So men got to understand that the more status you get, the more money and all these other things, it's dangerous. So you should move more in silence. You know what I'm saying? You're not just going to attract all these other things, but they are going to be now paying attention to you.
Yep.
And you know who they are. So it's like, it's dumb. Money phone, it's dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb.
All of these things are dumb. Look at my cars and dumb. Because you are setting yourself up to be played by women. Remember we're gonna talk about this in I think season 7 when we talk about the books and every titles and stuff like. Remember the Immortality of Discipline when he got pulled over by a female cop. Prior to that, he was with some
Mm-hmm.
females and
Mm-hmm.
they got him.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that can happen.
Yeah, they can.
Women
Things
are
like that
smarter.
have happened.
Women are smarter than men, and they use their brain more efficiently. Even though men have bigger brains, so
Mm-hmm.
you can get duped. And now she wiped your bank account
Yep. That's
without you
awful.
knowing, and she could have got a friend in on it.
Yeah.
Hey, girl, I'm gonna poke a hole in this condom. He ain't gonna have his baby. You letting her put the condom on? You should be doing. You see what I'm saying? I'm just doing
No,
hypotheticals.
yeah.
Women are dangerous.
That's
So the
true.
more status you have, yo, I walked up to a woman at a bar once, and she said I used the dialogue that I wrote for Dominic when he went to meet the woman
No way.
in the bank in Song Bounds Ever Break, and he told the janitor. I said something like that. She had asked me, I paid for a drink. Let me buy you a drink, or whatever. We having a conversation. She had asked me what I did for a living, and I said, "Yeah, I'm a janitor."
No, you did
I
not.
did.
And
That's why I wrote it in the book.
oh, really? So this happened in real life, and then you put it in the book. I thought you were like,
Yeah.
let me play one of the scenes from my book. That's what
Oh
I
no,
thought.
no.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. So
Okay.
she was like, she smiled and nodded her head, but I could read her body language.
She was like, ew.
Yes. So I'm not really a janitor, but
No, I know, but
you,
I'm
you know what I'm
saying
saying?
janitors get
Like
paid money
I said that to see,
to test her
yes. So I do little tests. That's why I'll take a woman on the first date to the park
to see if
and
they
to see
complain,
if they complain, to
or
see,
actually body language.
yeah. I'll do little shit. Yo, I could have $2,000 in my pocket. She won't. No.
She won't see any of it.
You see, my bank account can have fucking 2, 3 commas. She
Mm,
won't. No. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna take you to Barnes and Noble. Hey, let's go search books. She go. You see what I'm saying? This is how I'm gonna test to see what type of woman she is
how she thinking?
to let her
Gotcha.
in my circle. Because remember, most men don't try to make women earn shit.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
when they're sharing their resources, money and time and stuff like that, my time is valuable. My presence is a present. You see
Ooh,
what I'm saying? So to me, it's like I'm studying you to see what type of woman you are, to see if I'm gonna allow you in my circle. Then you're gonna start learning things.
mm,
Oh, I underestimated you. You
yeah.
see?
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So I do little things like that.
Ladies,
Might be
this is
giving
your
out
time right
secrets.
now. I was about to say that. Right now, ladies, you should be taking notes.
But
Be
I'm
like, all
just
right,
trying
if
to
if we're going on a picnic, it's just a test.
I'm
It's
just trying
just
to
a
prove
test.
to men out there that you don't need to use
Money.
status, money, capital, whatever
I
it is.
agree.
Oh, my account is for the. I'm gonna give you an example. I was at this bar before, and I'm gonna get into my final thoughts, and we're
Okay.
gonna cut.
Okay.
I was at this bar. It was my boy's birthday. He's a financial advisor. Told me to come out. I haven't been out in a while. I don't usually go out anymore, but I went out for him. Show love and support. Went out to this bar. Met this woman. We started talking. The whole time we're talking, I'm having conversation with her, and then I'm paused, look around, dancing a little bit. You know, she's like, you don't talk much, and I'm like, no, I'm observing and stuff. And she says, so like, what are you observing? Is it? And I said, sometimes I just like to watch things and get ideas. Now
Mm.
she's like
Ideas for
curious,
what? Right.
ideas for what? Now I'm like, I just do a little thing here and there. More curious. What do you do? So I just was like quietly, I'm an author. You're an author? Well,
What
what do
kind
you,
of
are they,
books?
what kind of books are you, are you published and stuff? I'm like, yeah. It's nothing crazy or anything like that. It's self-publishing, nothing crazy. You see how I'm downplaying everything?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want her to I'm gonna get to it. So now she's like, so where can I find these things? Just Google E.L discipline. She knew my real name because I didn't say discipline. Remember when
Mm-hmm.
I talked about a prior
Mm-hmm.
show?
Mm-hmm.
Once they know that, oh, you're gonna discipline me?
Mm.
So I said my real name. So now she's looking at the books and she's like, this book, The Seduction of Discipline, looks interesting. Now, long story long, right? Because we don't have forever. She looks at the cover and she's like, is this some type of 50 Shades of Grey? And I'm like, No, it has nothing to do with that at all.
Mm,
I actually don't believe 50 Shades of Grey is BDSM. Oh, BDSM. So now we start talking about BDSM.
okay.
Um, so now she's like, I'm into this shit. So now she says to me, "Are your books fiction?" Yeah,
Mm,
they are. Most of them, yeah, they are. What about this one that I want to buy? I'm quiet. So what about it? Now I
seduction?
change this. Yeah, now I change the subject. Oh, what do you do? What do you do for a living? Blah 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 blah. Where your mindset as and stuff like that. So I changed the subject. She completely now we're talking about something else. So now she,
Foolish.
so now she starts talking about I'm writing this thing or whatever, and we're talking about this and blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So now we have a conversation about that. And it's like a full blown back and forth conversation, a little healthy debate. And then she's like, I want to get more into this book. I just bought it. She bought it right there. It was like
The
Amazon.
ebook or
No, the
the
actual
hardcover?
book.
Oh,
Yeah,
good for
Amazon.
you.
Amazon right there. So now she's like, I'm interested to do this and maybe we could talk about it. Now she starts talking about dominance and submission.
Okay.
I let her talk. You see what I'm doing?
No.
She doesn't know who I am.
Got you.
I could
Now I
have
see
threw it
what you
in
did.
there anytime I
Yeah.
wanted.
I'm an author. 7 books published.
Not just that, I'm a dominant. That's the key thing.
Yes.
Most women go crazy when they hear that. So I didn't say that. She
Keep
asked
yourself a mystery.
she asked me, is this
Fictional.
fictional? And I
Oh,
say,
that's an
yeah,
autobiography, actually.
most of it is.
Yeah.
And then she's like, what do you mean most of it? I smirked and she's like, what's that smirk about? Read it. And then once you read it, then we can talk or whatever. Yo, she was going nuts. She was telling her friends, like, yo, this guy's an author. I think he's into this stuff. I overheard it. So now I'm like, oh shit. You
You're
see
like,
what I mean?
here we go again.
You see what I mean? I have a strategy. I'm very calculating and methodical. I have a strategy to everything.
Mm-hmm.
That I know me meeting a woman, I'm gonna make sure she doesn't love me for the
What you can
the
give her.
things about the things that's outside of the man. I always say get to know the man before the dominant.
Mm.
So I'm never going to introduce the dominant
First,
first
off rip. Yeah.
because it's like Superman walking into the bar. Oh my God. No, I let you know Clark Kent. And if you underestimate me or you play me or whatever, or never thought what it was, you play yourself.
Now
You
you'll
see-
never know.
yes.
Mm.
So to me, it's like, this is what I'm saying when, women judge a book by its cover. A lot of women do that versus
I mean, I think just people in general.
getting to know you. This woman was different because she got in my mind, and probably now she knows I'm a dominant because she's reading the book. But she got into my
I
mind.
was gonna ask you, have you heard from her? Like, have you heard from her since
Yeah,
then? Oh, good.
Instagram. So she was like, "Oh my God." Yeah. So like, she got into my mind, and now we weren't even talking about the books. We were talking about everything else:
Mm,
femininity, masculinity, imbalance in this world, the government, vaccines, everything
mm.
that we were talking about.
She find the right key that fit.
Sports, all of
Mm,
that. We were talking about everything. So she's ending up really genuinely getting to know me versus the stuff. And that's what
mm,
I always want.
that's what
Most
you
of these
strive
men,
for.
most of these men are gonna get used and abused, and they won't still get the pussy.
Do you think though that, and I know we're gonna wrap up soon, but do you think that most men don't want to be, known like that? Really being known, like how that girl was. She got to know you and how your mind worked. You
Most
think
men,
most men?
no,
Yeah, they don't, right?
no. Most men don't care about if you want to get to know them.
Yeah.
Most men are like,
I feel like they're like already on the defense on what you want from them, like what they can give you.
yeah, but most men are also like after the pennies.
That
They're
too.
already
They're
thinking
always
that.
after
They're
the
already thinking
panties.
that initially.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
They're
saying?
like, I don't care if you even know my
If
name.
I
Just
if I
drop them.
DM if I DM a girl right now first thing I'm gonna say to her is, I want inside your mind to see what that's like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's always my first initial approach. And that might even be meeting a woman at a bar saying the same thing.
Mm.
Walk up to you. The, I won't even validate them by telling them they're beautiful. They fucking know that
They
they
have a
look in the
mirror.
mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I might just walk up to them and just, what's your name?
Mm.
Blah, blah. They tell me your name. What's that mind like?
Mm. That's
A,
probably how you get them. They're like,
a lot of women,
what?
when they hear that, what's that mind like, huh? Most men
Yeah,
don't
that's
even,
not the average.
you throw her off for a kilter.
Yeah.
What's my mind like?
Kilter.
Never thought about that.
Mm.
No man has ever asked me that before. It's kind of all over the place, complicated. I don't know how to answer that.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? That's my approach. It's not game. It's not like something I
It's
do to get the
genuine.
panties. No, I say that because I want to know what's your mind like.
Right.
Because I
It's
know what I
for
can do
real.
in the bedroom. Tie you up and have my way with you. I'm the man in that. I could gag ball you.
Mm.
It's I don't care because I'm dominating. So it doesn't matter
Right.
there. That's the irony. Being a Scorpio and a dominant, that doesn't matter. It's not we're taking turns dominating each other. So I don't care about your sexual talents. I need to know how you
What
gonna
you think?
earn me too, allowing you in my circle. What's that mind and energy like?
Mm.
A lot of women don't get these type of questions.
No,
The
definitely
type
not.
of questions that make a person look at themselves in the mirror is a difficult question. It may not be difficult for you and I, but it could be difficult for a lot of people
Yeah.
out there, men and women. So if a man approaches you and say, "Hey, how you doing? What's your name? What's that mind and energy like?"
Yeah,
That's a different approach where now you put them, fuck,
yeah, well,
I didn't
it's
come to this club to think.
no, I don't think that they think like that. I think they'll be like, well, damn, that's better than, hey, ma, what's your name? Come over here. Come talk to me real quick. That's the way you come is completely different. That's why it works.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
plus, you're ill disciplined. So
Yeah, but my point is, I'm trying to tell the men, don't don't lead with your accomplishments, don't lead
mm,
with
your
your
achievements,
pockets,
yeah,
don't lead with oh my car and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like let the woman get to know you first,
100%.
and then she can slowly start meaning what you do for a living, what
Mm-hmm.
you do, blah blah, blah, and all that other stuff. A woman should not know how much money you make.
She
Cause
shouldn't even be asking that
she could
though.
use you for that. Listen, I make money, it's legal, I take care of my bills, and I could take care of you if I want. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know how much commas I make. But like I'm saying, like a man should not do that because when men do that and then now start complaining about why they're not having longevity or why the women are acting like that is because of what you taught her, what you showed her when you first met. They get used to that. Women get
Mm,
used to shit. So if you're teaching her about money, you're teaching her about only sex, she's getting used to that. You see what I'm saying? So I teach men not to do that, to lead better. Just be more genuine. That stuff
yeah,
is accomplishments.
just be more genuine.
Anybody can make money. Anybody can sit in the class, pass tests, and all that other stuff. But knowing somebody's mind, personality, and all that stuff, you don't learn that stuff in school. You don't get daddy and mommy give you trust fund to invest in these businesses and become that billionaire. You don't get all that, those lucky, parts of life.
Mm,
This is the hard work. You know what I'm saying? All right. So this is my final thoughts pertaining to this topic. Um, because this needs to be said. The reason why we're talking about this topic, whether it's sugar daddies, babies, financial domination, new era prostitution, is because this is the current state that we are in. We are in this current state of mind, body, energy, and spirit because not all of us were created by love. Some were conceived by rape, violence, desperation, rebounds, ignorance, deception, escapism, inebriation, alcohol, whatever, abuse, financial domination, and more, and now are raised by it. The mental state of the father and mother is essential in pre creation. And this is why the children absorb all of that. This is one of the reasons I haven't had children yet, because the mother of my children must be stable in all ways. So, for the betterment of the future of my children and our household and our dynamic. For example, everything that I'm absorbing now, everything that the future mother that's going to give my first kids, now wife, whatever, is absorbing now, it's going to affect the children now when they have them. That's why a lot of the kids are fucked up. Not just kids raising kids, but what they're absorbing.
Yeah, but they're watching
So
at
my
home.
kids are in good hands because the way I think,
Yeah.
my energy, my spirit, what I'm talking about, how my mindset is, the stuff I'm absorbing. They're gonna absorb that when they get older. So it's like technology evolving every 6 months to a year. A lot of people may think I'm intelligent out there. A lot of people may think I'm dumb. I'm intelligent. My kids are gonna be the 3.0 of me.
Mm-hmm.
You see, they're gonna be better than me in all ways. You see, that's
Definitely.
why it's crucial what I'm doing now and the future mother, because that's the legacy you're leaving behind. Okay, she doesn't have to have much work. She doesn't have that much work to do. She will have the best teacher and dominant in the world to mold her and elevate her to that level if she's willing to learn. So me, I'm talking about. Because let's say she's just not on that level of mindset or whatever, I could always be willing to learn. A lot of men are not willing to learn, train, and all that stuff. Okay. Unwilling, we won't have the blessing of carrying she won't have the blessing of carrying my child or children, which is a privilege in itself. Father figure, dominance, alpha males, male mentors, coaches are very essential in youth's optimal growth. When there is a lack of these men in the household or the world, it leads to this topic of today's show.
That's true. I agree with that.
So that's why, like me, the things that I'm saying, I'm hoping like the men listen to. Not
The young
just
men.
the young men, yeah, because the women, I can't really tell them how to be. Say I could talk about the type of women I want, and I could talk about, hey, do whatever you want to do as far as a woman, social media, off social media, whatever, blah blah blah. But this is the result you're gonna get. I'm not gonna say this is how you have to be as a woman. I can't. It's gonna
Right.
go. Even if I did say that one ear and out the other. Now for men, I can have more power with that because for men, they look at me as a father figure, a mentor, or whatever. There's somebody out there, a plethora of them probably, who see that. So when I say something to them, they see I'm also a man. They're gonna say,
He
maybe
knows what
I'm
he's
gonna
talking
do
about.
that.
Right.
Maybe I'm gonna follow his lead. Versus a woman not wanting to do that. Like, how you gonna tell a woman how to be a
Right.
woman?
Right.
You know what I mean? I could tell you what type of woman I like. I could tell you this type of woman is gonna be conducive. That type of woman isn't. I could tell you stuff like that, but I can't tell you
How to
that
be.
all women gotta be traditional. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could say I believe that. I could say the body is sacred. I believe it. But at the end of the day, like, women gonna do whatever they want to do.
Right. Like I said in a previous episode, like they also need those role models, not just the education from books or whatever. They need to see it also.
Yeah,
That it's okay. Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned into the season finale, the season
Five
five
finale.
finale of the Discipline Therapy Podcast.
Peace.
Peace.